we're picking up speed again. Jesus Christ. Yeah, here it is. Oh, we got another approach? Really? Okay. We're chasing yellows, boys. We're chasing yellows. It's been a while. We must be ahead. We must be behind something. Okay, what are we dealing with here? There's our contest. And go via, but we're not scheduled to stop, which is interesting. Okay, that's interesting. Alright, maintain speed. Yeah, we have a yellow coming up here. Okay, this is going to be interesting, to say the least. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's still a yellow, so we've got an approach. Alright. Approach. Oh, there's a crossing coming up here, too. Speed is about still 20 miles an hour, so we've got a long ways to go before we can even pick up speed here. Because I think there was a segment that was like 30 or 40 miles an hour, but I'm not sure entirely. We haven't lost any points, which is good. Interesting. Still a 20 board. There's our crossing over there. Let's get a video of this here. Yeah, it is. Crossing board is not set up very well here. Whoops! We've already traveled up to 20 miles an hour here. Holy crap. I kind of had to have the HUD up so I could actually see what I was doing. Honestly, with just how many cars and how much we're dealing with here. Great Northern? The hell is that doing in the contest? Nice little callback to the previous scenario, honestly. Gotta make sure you maintain speed, and that's not easy with just the throttle alone. Another Great Northern. I didn't know there was Great Northern cars in the set, honestly, in the DLC. All of this is DLC content here, so just one DLC, honestly. I'm a little surprised there was DLC cars for the Great Northern. Now we're picking up speed. I can see that we're picking up speed here a bit. Mainly because we leveled off for the crossing and now we're going back down grade. That's just hilarious. Now we're slowing down again. What are we? What is this grade? What is this game? I do like the trucks, the car sounds. Honestly, I will admit that. Since they started using the old these rail car sounds, it sounds a lot better than the old bog standard like dunk 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 dunk, dunk. Like those noises, like the noises from the old G-Track stuff. G-Tracks, God love them. Their equipment was just like all of that was just like it was god awful in terms of just the amount of the sounds that they came with. I'm so glad that the updated cars and everything have been like these cars have been updated to have like new sounds and whatnot. Shut down the throttle even more. Got half a mile. No, 3/4 of a mile before our next waypoint. And then from there, we have 9 miles to go to the next fucking waypoint. Ah! Jesus Christ. They did say it was going to take 70 minutes. I'm pretty sure I've already done about half of this. Alright, pick up the throttle here. What's that? Just a rock? Rock. Come on. It's picking up speed a little too quick for my liking. Okay, that's slowing down now. Oh, I think there might be a signal just up ahead here, honestly. Yeah, there it is. I see it. It's on the map. What is that signal? What is that signal indication up there? That is a clear. Oh, we've been slowed. Okay. What? Huh? Why do we have a clear? Lord knows why do we have a clear. Weep. Weep. I don't know what I'm doing there. Whatever. I'm slowing down some more. At this point, I might want to put on the brakes, like the actual air brakes, because we've probably recharged the brakes on the entire train by now. Had to have. But who knows? Oh yeah, there goes the speed again. Waypoint. So I have to notch it down about 2 just to get up to speed here. We're still in the 20-mile-an-hour limit, so we can't really do much. Oh boy, this is just insane. Still slowing, right? No, we're picking up speed again. Good. We have a clear. Both tracks are clear now. Across. Oh, it's because this is a crossover. Well, that's interesting. Check the next signal here. If there's another signal up here, it should be clear. The one thing I will say, oh, well, I've said that a lot today, honestly. I will say this route for how, like, it's just one of those routes that I do enjoy, honestly. Stop. This might be a good shot, honestly. Get the signals off in the distance there. There we go. Bam. Yeah, that's probably a thumbnail. About halfway through the video. Alright. So, yeah, about 8 miles, 8.5 miles to our next destination. And then we're going into a yard, I'm assuming. Let's say here. You can hear the kind of the air spitter there. Where in the world are we going? Yeah, I knew we were going into a yard. So, that's certainly interesting. Oh, what the hell is this? Oh, I see. So that's what the? Oh, that explains a whole lot. That really explains a whole lot there. Yeah, we're definitely going end to end on this route. So I'm assuming we started at the other end of the route, which is why it took 70 minutes to get over here. The audio. I swear to God, the audio gets in your head. Alright. Holy crap, this has been 50 minutes already. Alright, there we go. Notch up. I did watch a video a long time ago of the actual audio of the F units and how they sounded. They do sound pretty accurate in the game. That's one of the few things that they did right with these. Like, it's rather interesting because I actually, like I said, there's a couple of videos out there of actual F units that are in operation nowadays. One of which is the Santa Fe War Bonnet, and they do sound about right. They do sound about, like, they do sound this kind of monotonous kind of sounding, honestly. But it's really interesting to think that most of these F units, like there's a couple F units out there that are still out around today, one of which is at my museum, the FT demonstrator unit, number 103, is at my museum, and I get, you probably pretty much guessed which one it is, but there's quite an interesting photograph of that demonstrator unit at my museum in its Southern Railway livery. So I'm gonna guess that the locomotive, it was sold to the Southern Railway sometime after its demonstration run as Southern Railway number 6100, because that was the number that was on it when it was at my museum. And interestingly enough, I want to say right around the time they had an anniversary of the FTs, because I know that there's actual footage of it running years later in like the 90s, early 2000s, because it appeared on Modern Marvels of all things. I think it was Modern Marvels or Trains Unlimited, one of the two. So it was pretty old, but it was like recent enough where they actually did get it running and operational, and they repainted it back into the GM, General Motors livery, and renumbered them back to their demonstration numbers. And it was only the A and B set, because you have to keep in mind that the FT demonstrator units, I believe they had 4 units, like kind of how we have with the Santa Fe right here, where it was an A+B+B+A set. I could be wrong. Leave a comment down below if you actually know a little bit more information, but the demonstrator units were repainted back to their original demonstration paint for some sort of anniversary or something like that, and they traveled to God knows where at that point, because it was one of those like situations where the locomotives were operational, and at my museum, I think the engine room is lit up, and you can see that the prime mover is still in there. Like the original, like one of the engines is in there still. So it could, like, if you do find videos of that particular FT unit when it was in operation in the late 80s, early 90s or something like that, somewhere around there, it might actually have the actual audio. And it might have been what the Dovetail Games actually might have used to record the audio for these damn F units. Thinking about it now, like this could have actually been, that could have been the unit that they used for the reference. I don't know what they used for reference, but it was definitely not, like, it's definitely something that had an either upgraded prime mover from years later, like what we have now. Like most of the F units that we have nowadays, their prime movers are not the original prime mover that were there, the 567s. But instead they were upgraded to, I mean, I know that Norfolk Southern, the F units, the F9s and the FP9s that are now with 2 different railroads, one of them being on the Reading and Northern, they were given the prime movers from GP38s. They're up, and they have -2 capabilities essentially because of that. So they're not the exact sounds of the prime movers that were on these locomotives back when they were first in service, but I would assume it was like slightly close enough that they could, like, you could get a good sound of them from like a modern equivalent. But I would assume that the FTs, like 103, because Southern was kind of late to the era of like the modern equipment, like those FT units were being run up until the late 60s, early 70s, if I'm not mistaken. Because the retro pack that's included with Train Sim Classic here for Saluda grade includes some F units, and I know for a fact that most of the equipment on there is like 1970s, 1980s, because that's kind of right around the time where Saluda was really popping off with the amount of traffic it was getting. At least I think. It's something like that. And also Saluda grade, that's a whole mess of that's a whole nother story there. We got another signal coming up here, actually. I want to see what the signal is up here, so we don't run it. What's that signal? We got to clear? Got to clear. Clear ahead. Kind of see how the track is still... Oh, okay. Interesting. I didn't notice that the grade is kind of leveled out from here. We might be able to just let it coast at this point. We might be on a point now where we can just let it coast and kind of pick up speed again, because we're traveling about 15 miles an hour. We've been doing this for about 50 minutes. I just checked the recording. And it's definitely going to be a two-part... What the hell? Hello, buddy. Jesus Christ, sir. A bug just flew past my face and then just landed on my computer screen. That is hilarious. It's a lightning bug, too. I just noticed that. How did you get in here, buddy? Then again, there's a giant hole in my fucking window, so I'm not surprised he came in here. Traveling about 17 miles an hour now? No, 16. Now we're picking up speed again. We're going down, right? Okay. How many fucking bugs are in my room? Okay, we're holding steady here, and we're at notch 1 at this point, so take it off. Yeah, we're on a 1.5% grade, so we're kind of off the steep point of the grade, so that's good. Which means we could probably use dynamics now to hold us. Yeah, with just how light the grade is, we might be able to use the dynamics in our favor now. What? Wheel slip. Now there's another train coming up here. Alright, set the switch to dim. Let's do it. Alright, shut the dynamics down a little bit. Yeah, another A+B+B+A set here. Oh, actually, that's a... is that a different set? Might be. Dynamics off. We can actually start putting on the high beams now. Yeah, we're kind of slowing again. Grade is still 1.5, so that's not too bad. Alright, there we go. Now we're picking up speed. Fairly short train. Oh, not really. I can see the smoke off in the distance. The honorary steam locomotives are approaching. Jesus Christ. The grade is even shallowed out even further. Jesus Christ. Well, that's impressive. If it wasn't for the fact that I was worried I was going to overspeed here, I might have actually released one of the handbrakes or two. What we got out there? 5 miles? Got it. Alright. I wonder if I've been recording. 50, about an hour now. Jesus Christ. We still got 5 miles to go before we reach our destination, and we're still like a ways out. Oh, we're on level track here. We're on level track. That's interesting. Well, at least our lead locomotive is. Well, that was interesting. Oh boy. Oh, I can't move the reverser with the dynamics on. Interesting. That makes sense though, because I think it's basically saying like, oh yeah, you got your throttle open to pull the dynamics here. That might be what's going on there. Okay, we got another signal coming up here. What's the signal indication up here? I believe we're on mostly double track main at this point. Yeah, we got another clear. I think what we were doing there a while back, we were chasing yellows for some reason. What the hell? Our speed just bumped up because I think we went back on the grade. Gotta make sure we don't wheel slip either. Okay, we're kind of maintaining speed here. Good. What's our speedo saying? Close. Okay, we've dropped our speed again. What the hell? This is just insane. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a two-parter. I was not expecting this to be a two-parter, but whatever. I gotta figure out where to split it, though. That's for damn sure. Okay. There's our final one of our waypoints up there, and then we're gonna be going into the yard there. There's another. Oh wait, no wait. We're just gonna be going into the yard there, which is about a mile out from the next waypoint. So we're picking up speed again. Ah, wheel slip. We're on 1.5, so should be holding here. Yeah, we're picking up speed. Let me put on a couple more handbrakes here to kind of hold us down. Four more rather, to hold us. There we go. Now it's picking up. Yeah, we were going down to 2% here. All right. The amount of engine noise right now is just insane. Try and get another screenshot as we yeah. Where to go about this though? Maybe here. That might work. Oh good. Oh, we're coming up to a 30 limit. That's nice. I'm gonna get a screenshot here, as well as maybe the video for the. Yeah, I don't know. We're maintaining speed here, so that's good. There you go. Dropped our speed rather significantly here. And it looks like we have a crossing coming up here too, which is nice. Okay, we got a 30 limit now. That's interesting. I think it's because we're leveling at... No, we're not. Not even fucking close. Get another screenshot here as we kind of come around the corner. And another video. Why not? Kind of maintaining speed here, which is nice. There we go. There's the audio. Whoop, I hit the mic with the mic. Kind of see the rest of the train here as it rolls by. There we go. Try and get a good shot as this train rolls by here. Even if we are speeding, it's not a big deal. We're kind of like at a point now in the scenario where I don't mind it. Hell, I could replay the scenario later off camera to get the stars. There's a lot of cars in this contest. Oh, you heard the old sound effect there in a second for a little bit. You have two Jeeps on the back end there, eh? That might be the end card there for the future. Oh, we didn't. The hell? Okay, well, that's cool. Oop. We picked up some speed, that's for damn sure. So where are we at? There's our waypoint there. We're still picking up speed, which is interesting. What is the grade? Oh, we're on a 2%. That explains a lot. At least I didn't lose any points. I'm surprised by that. Dynamics, handbrakes, everything wrong with the... This is not how you're supposed to operate a train. Waiting at the crossing. Watch as one of them just flies through the crossing, I bet. Now we're at 24 miles an hour. A little station wagon. Okay, we're still on a 2% grade, but I can't really do much about this anymore. How much further? Two and a quarter? 2.25. So we need to stop there about 5 miles out. How long have I been recording? That's the question now. About an hour and 5 minutes. Or, no, an hour and 5? Hour and 10 minutes. That's what it's been. Okay, got it. Still traveling up speed here. About 25 miles an hour. We're good here for a little bit. We got full dynamics here, pretty much. If I put on any more, I'm probably going to start getting wheel slip here in a second. All right. And then the next waypoint after this. There, about 3 miles, 3.25. 3.5 rather. Okay. We got 2 miles out from there. Good. Got another signal coming up here. That's good. All right, we're gonna need to start putting on brakes, like actual air brakes for once. Service. All right. Nope. Not. There we go. Flap. There we go. Give a little bit of air brakes there to kind of hold us. Kind of slow us down here as we get down the grade. Now, 13. Jesus Christ. We slowed down hard. There we go. What's the What's the signal? Got clear. Clear? Clear. We should be leveling off on the grade here soon. We shouldn't be too far out, honestly. Okay, so we are right here. Do we need to start lining switches here to get out of the get into the yard here? Stop it there. We might need to start lining switches for us to get over there. That's interesting. There's our next waypoint. Unless we're already aligned for it, we might be already aligned for it. We might be already aligned for it. That's thank God. Jesus. The grade is it level out or steepened? It's steepened a bit. Alright, well that's just brilliant. Another crossing coming up here. Yeah, and here we are. Here we are. About a mile and a half. Have dynamics on full. We have everything running here. We're kind of rushing it here. This might... I don't know if this is going to be a 3-parter or a 2-parter. It might be a 2-parter if I can split it up properly. Blech. But either way, it's been kind of fun to actually finally run a scenario down here without losing a massive amount of points trying to get the train to stop. Maintaining. There we go. Whistle. Okay, you can see we're losing speed here now. That's good. The horn just sounds god-awful. I will admit that. That's like one of the bad things about this frickin' DLC. The horn just does not sound right. At least on this locomotive. I think some of the other locomotives have pretty standard horns for them, so I'm not too worried about them. About half a mile out. There we go. Another set of cars out there. They're slowing down significantly. Let's turn the dynamics down just a tad. Is he a locomotive? Is there something going on out there? Alright, here we go. I have a signal coming up here. Are we level? Not quite yet. We were kind of holding hard on the dynamics. I just realized we're eastbound and we were eastbound and down the entire way. There's the title for the video. Huh. It's actually awesome. Okay, what's our signal up here? Next thing I need to double check is that signal. Don't model the engine rooms? Jesus. We gotta clear. Jesus Christ. We gotta clear up here. Looks like our speed change is just up ahead. 45 though? Okay, we won't be going that fast. The track is leveled out here. That's good. Alright, next waypoint in 1 3/4 of a mile, and the last waypoint is in 2 3/4 of a mile. 3/4? Yes, 3/4. Got it. Right. Definitely gonna have to do a lot more editing with this video than I thought, honestly. Alright, dynamics off. We need to actually apply throttle for once because we're on level track and we're kind of slowing down significantly here. There we go. Now we're picking up. I mean, the whole train is on level ground here, so we can actually start picking up speed for once. Well, that was fun. Yeah, we got a 40 limit here. Probably won't be for long, but hey, whatever. What's it to you? Got a 30 limit coming up here, and I'm already traveling about 26 miles an hour, so cut it down. All right, cut it off. I think the handbrakes on the rear of the train is actually holding us back a bit. That's funny. Not bad. Well, that was fun. Downhill fast, uphill slow, downhill fast. The ES&DT way. A little bit more on the throttle here. Coming up to another speed change. What was that? Can't see on the map. That's a 20. Alright, shut her down. We don't want to be going that fast. We're going into a 20 segment here. We got it? We got it? Coming up to the crossing here just now. We got a half a mile to the next segment. Next waypoint. And then after that, we are stopping in about 1.5 miles. Got it. Not doing too bad. We got a 15 mile. We're 15 miles an hour here. Are we stopping at the depot? Is that what's going on? The amount of times. I need to finish this scenario for once. Okay. Trinidad. Yeah, I think we're actually stopping at this depot here coming up. So, oh, that's right. It's a crew change point. Got it. Oh, cutting off your helpers. Okay. Makes sense. This would be the place to do it. Oh, we still got the bell on. Whoops. The baseball field over there by a lake. Got a lot of missed balls out there then. Probably a lot of balls in the lake. If they hit home runs frequently enough. Cut down on the throttle a bit so we don't overspeed here. Got another signal coming up here. Which I'm going to assume that's going to be an approach. No, we got to clear. Okay, never mind. Here's the other crossing. Got like a bunch of them out here. The highway bridge up there and then the other track. Looks like the other track has got an approach, which means there's another locomotive sitting there. Let's see if they stop at the fucking crossing there. Well, they're going around the other way. We got a mile from stopping here. Which I'm assuming there's a signal just for us, right? No? Alright, here we go. Oh yeah, there's the depot. We're right next to the depot right here. Old school. 70s, if you will. Ooh, that light up? What's our signal up here? Should probably check on that before we start running it. Oh dear God, the amount of crossings and stuff over here. Oh, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're lined through correctly. Sorry. I'm just blocking traffic. Long ass train, but hey. Quarter mile. No, not a quarter mile. Quarter mile is 25.25. Whoops. I do like that freight depot. It's a nice one. Do need to apply a little bit of throttle so we can actually get moving here. Yeah, that's gonna get that doesn't get annoying after a while. Dear God. We're coming up to the rear here. How big is the siding here for us? Can we just like roll out? No, it doesn't look. It doesn't go that far, honestly. So we'll have to stop kind of wherever. I guess that's gonna be it for this video, guys. We're pretty much done with the scenario, which is a first. I think the last couple of videos I've never finished the actual scenarios in question, so kind of problematic, but hey, what I could do. But yeah, once I get stopped here, I'm going to end the video, which is God knows how long it's been. It's time for the crossing up here. Alright, we're in the spot. Service. Oh, I had the throttle open. There we go. Stopping here. There we go. Oh, it's further up. Oh, shit. That was not where we wanted to stop. Okay, fair enough. That was not where we were supposed to stop. We were supposed to stop about a quarter mile. Quite literally. I've been making fun of that joke the entire time. There's a little inside joke with the high score, like quarter mile. That kind of whole thing, because it was something during the Rail Grand Southern 20s, like little trip to the Cumbrians and Toltec. And lo and behold, I end up doing the exact same thing. I pull up short. Oh, I think there's a red block just up ahead here, right? No, it's a clear. I think. Oh no, I don't trust it though. What's the signal here? It's an approach. Okay, so there's another signal just ahead of that that's red, so fair enough. What's that brake? Little bit more, little bit more. Quarter mile. Now we can stop. The amount of cars we have just... Like, this train has probably ruined all the hell. We probably just beat the hell out of this thing, honestly. Alright. I'm going to finish the scenario come hell or high water. Dunk, 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 dunk. There it goes again. I keep doing that. Don't need to do it. Alright, stop. There you go, service. We have an approach, but we're stopping anyway. I overrun the signal, but that's fine. There we go. There we go, guys. That is the end of the scenario for once. End of a scenario. My God. I don't think I failed, but if I did fail, I'm fine with it. I actually finished something. But yeah, like and comment down below. Subscribe if you want more, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.